Hello there, my fellow Skywalkers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Tribe of the Sky. Episode 21. A bright future lies ahead. Hospitality Fortnite. Oh, sounds familiar. Wow, the rewards suck. I thought your name was Furiosa for a second. I was like, wrong universe. So, if you want, it's like 5 days. Blood rot. It's going to be probably pretty easy, but I mean, do we host them? I just don't have the bedroom. That's the thing. Do we host them? No, actually, I take that back. I do have the bedroom because we have an empty bedroom. So it'd be pretty easy. I just have to put a bed in there. Still, is it worth it? Because the rewards are like, 5 days is, I'm going to feed them more than I will make. It's up to you. I have the food, but wow. I don't know. We could make friends with them. That goodwill is not nothing. The honor is a little bump. I mean, if I was to decide, I mean, honor adds up over time, I guess. And having a trade partner with the Imperials could be useful, I guess. You tell me. All right. Pierogi. Let's hope that you don't go the way of the other ones where you just like yeet and disappear. Because that's unfortunate. And at this point, I don't think there's external hauling jobs to be done, so I'll just keep our suits on. I feel like the moment I take my suits off, it's going to be like, oh, guess what, raid? And I won't be ready for it. The other thing I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to try to get rid of all the pressure in this room in order to discourage smoke buildup. I think what I'm going to do is open up all these side doors just to see what ends up happening, if that's like a thing I should do, work towards. Well, even with those doors open, okay, never mind. That's not helpful. So if I wanted to vacuum out that room so that the smoke would dissipate quicker, so that the turrets are effective, because the last raid that we had smoked up all the turrets and the turrets couldn't do anything for a long time, we would probably need to just remove these doors. Yeah. Is there anything that could sculpt? No. There is not. But grass has gone up. We've only done like a day of prayer and it's up to 16 and holding because it's not constantly being killed by darkness again. That's awesome. If we really wanted to drive up the value of that room, we could mine the jade and put jade where the trees don't have block zones in, like jade up this area. I don't want to go that far. Because it's just going to add a lot of colony value, and we could get that same value with just manual labor of smoothing. And the manual labor smoothing will also help other pawns build skills. And those skills are needed because I shouldn't just have one constructor in a space base. That's like cause for concern. Alright. No, we won't host them. Alright. Sorry, Fausta. You're on your own. So we're nearly at the 60 mark for impressiveness. It's pretty close. Once we hit that, I'm going to need a new task. If you want me to continue to work on this, that's fine. We could do better storage, workshop, Galgrove, better entry, build a ranch, like a ranch, you know, with like a grow light and hay and everything if you want. Viewer suggestions, it'll be up to you. And I think our beer bounced back, but our psychoid is not in a bad way, so I'm just going to leave things alone. I think what we're growing is fine. And pretty soon we'll have like an abundance of hay for the birds. Grass 17. Oh, tattered. Mm-hmm. It's time to smelt the tainted stuff. Because we have so much spare armor. I think it would be wise for us to push the impressiveness a little beyond the bare minimum. Because it's only really a matter of like a tiny bit of filth and then all of a sudden we're back down, or like a little bit of gal grass to be, or gal moss to be killed or dead. So I don't want to just hit the bare minimum, because that's honestly not enough. We'll keep pushing the needle a little bit. And now we have a full complement of drums for if and when we have a new drum circle. Because when's the next? Oh, it's coming up. It's in like 5 days. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so the temple is now not disrespected. It has hit 61, and I'm just going to keep making it nicer. Until you pivot and have me build a ranch. So if I build a ranch, there's two ways to go about building a ranch. I could either build a ranch here, using the very fertile soil, or build a fungal gravel area here and build the ranch here, planting hay grass on just fungal. Both ways work. Hay grass has a average soil fertility, but the thing is, the intention is just to have the chickens eat it rather than for us to harvest it. So its growth speed is not really the constraining factor. But it looks like Workshop just pivoted. I'll give you 1 more minute to vote on this. You guys are like all over the place in the polls. So, Team Workshop versus Team Ranch. Go for it. $19. Oh. I'm surprised anima grass isn't pretty compared to Gao moss. Like, Gao moss is a 9. That's insane. Right? Like, Gao moss is like... What else is like a 9? I mean, that's super pretty. Gao moss is almost as pretty as like a bonsai plant. Well, not really, but like, some of these bonsai plants are 14. 9's not that far off. Mech hive, prepare a while. We've got 1 scythe to scorch. Okay, they're annoying. They're sufficiently annoying. I am gonna do this. So we have room for more. I don't have a lot of steel, but it's enough of a fight that I might want to increase our defenses if I can. I have... So these turrets won't be plugged in necessarily, but I have power relatively close by for the other ones. So Quantum deliver, Sun Tzu deliver, JD deliver, Tai deliver. Everyone is going to be in vac safe. I don't want anyone going outside during this. And we're going to try to build as fast as we can. And I'm going to call it Ranches Win. So once now that the temple's fixed up, I am going to cancel the... Oh, can you not? Okay. I'm going to cancel the smoothing. Just making sure I'm not, like, canceling something I don't want. Cancel the smoothing, because we're up to 67, that's fine. And then build a ranch. And I'm going to have you decide in polling where the ranch goes. So, are we getting a gravel ranch or using here? Do I move the ranch? So moving the ranch would move the chickens over here and put it on fungal gravel with hay with a grow light. And not move the ranch would put the grow light in here and growing it in there instead. Up to you. 2 in the morning. Okay. Deliver. Destruct. No, that does not look like... Oh, this has already been delivered? Perfect. Guild member waste problem. Oh, God, you just keep asking. 320? No, forget that. That's way many. I know, I've been your dump, but I am not your dump no longer. Find a different Huckleberry. Alright, Pierogi, you ready to get weird? Because I don't know how you're going to fare in this fight. As long as things aren't pointing at me, I'm fine. Scyther getting blocked? Sure. That works for me. That's kind of what the intention was here, is to, like, bottleneck them here. Because sometimes they're stupid, and they do this. No, don't do it. Pierogi, stop it. I don't really care about fire. We have such a massive volume in our base, like massive, that the heat is so mitigated over the volume that like a little bit of fire is not a big deal. Alright, any of these turrets hurting? Not really. It's the Scythers I'm most worried about, but as soon as the Scythers come in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have every shooter focus on them. They keep blocking each other, which is awesome, so like, keep going. Power to you. Alright, JD, release animal, and stun, fast Scyther, shoot, fast Scyther, stun, quantum, get a better firing angle, turn that off, stun again. I like how your psychic sensitivity was like 50, what, it was crazy. Sight bonus? Okay, so it's 54%. Because you, what, like, the dark? I don't get it, but my brain is not big enough to get it, maybe. Alright, we are just about done with this fight. Recall animal. Stop trying to shoot pierogi. And we're done. That was really, really... Killbox was awesome. Killbox was awesome. No notes. It worked flawlessly. That is what I wanted. Alright, you guys want me to move the ranch? Copy, copy. So what I'm going to do is create a healing pod with pierogi. Pierogi's going to reset. Is bleeding out, but it doesn't matter. Pierogi's going to reset back into here and go bloop. And heal all wounds. Because dryads that don't die heal, like, for free. It's awesome. So if we're going to gravel here, let's design this accordingly. Knowing that this is going to be a gravel ranch, I'm going to put the grow light in the middle. And then I'm only going to dig out the... I'm going to only dig out a little bit larger than the dimensions of the area, because I don't need more. But dryads didn't bleed? I mean, it's not bleeding anymore. It's in healing pod. But, I mean, they have blood. So, they bleed. Yeah, Sop's done. Let's have you vote. AutoCannon is a possibility. I'll add that. Ooh, and we're getting another dryad as long as we tend the tree, which, JD, guess what? Wake up. Sun Tzu, I don't know if your inspired creativity matters a whole lot. So, let's get a inspired dresser. Go for it. Impress me. We're even throwing a party for your dresser. Hell yeah. Dresser party. This is a really funny party. Ty is the only one in attendance. I'm gonna forbid... No, that's not even gonna work. How do I get you to stop making the dresser? I'd have to zone you, but I'm going with it. You keep going. You missed the whole party. You were just inspired. Or rather, I forced you. I could have cleared, but I didn't. Normal! You made a normal dresser with your inspiration. Wow. Destroy. Now you know why I didn't care. And we are ready to link. Sweet. 2.5 more minutes to vote in the poll. Sometimes you're gonna make your own party. I don't disagree. Shona wish she could get a join, but Shona's only 37 days old, or 22 days old. Math. I have to convert quadrum to in real life it'd be, you know, like a quarter of a year, but in RimWorld a quarter of a year is 15 days. It's just weird. RimWorld math confuses me sometimes. How long is a day? I don't even know. Alright, autocannon has won. Pretty soundly, too. At least it was definitive. Once Shona's needs are met, let's play. Feed, play. Once Shona's needs are met, I'll do the tree linking. And, get a ranch going. Ty, let's put you on mine over construct. Wait, where are you even? Oh, yeah. This is from a long time ago that I queued up, but yeah, I'll allow it. All right, Shona, you are now sleeping. Yep, perfect. Tree link time. JD. Everyone else in attendance. And that's so that we can try to keep as much grass as we have prayed for. Because the more people that are in attendance, the more grass you get to keep. So, hopefully, we keep like 5 or 6. Probably more like 4. We kept 3. Okay, well, close enough. Words of joy. Well, I don't really want to joy fuzz people, but, yeah. It's cool, I guess. Is water in the room next to storage shelves? Yep, there's a little pond. A little shallow water. For us to have some chill time to ourselves or something. We've got multiple tree groves and multiple farms. I mean, this place is pretty hopping. Not gonna lie. I'd live here. I probably couldn't afford the rent, but I'd live here. Uh-oh. Speaking of one. We need... Oh, someone's already moving the chem fuel. I think. Because we're not allowed to... Oh, you guys are all zone restricted. Duh. Okay, let me try this again. There we go. How much fungus do I have? Where is it? 870? Yeah, so this farm is very much needed. I'm glad I added this. Because we're basically almost net neutral with the amount that we eat and the chickens eat. So this will be net positive once that finishes growing. Come on, ranchers. Let's go. That should be fine. Just making sure that she's not going to make us all projectile vomit for funsies. But her skill's high enough, it should be not a problem. And I'm going to brain zap Ty to get the farm going. I feel like this is like the spiritual successor of the Voidborn. Like, this is the Voidborn's home that they wanted, but never got. And now that we have our first of hay, we're going to switch this from rice to hay. But of course, the ranch is eventually going to be moving, so we're not going to need harvested hay. But, you know, this is a stopgap measure, at least for now. Ty, I was pretty sure... What are you working on? What is going on? You're supposed to be mining here. What is... You physically can get there, but you're cleaning anyway? Even though your clean is a 3 and your mining is a 2. I'm not... Okay, there we go. I was like, I'm not smart enough to understand what you're doing, but I know it's wrong. Okay. Let's install the floodlight here so we can see what we're working on a little bit better. And the intention here is to... Oh, we hit more uranium. God, we're getting a lot of that stuff. Radioactive rock. I'm going to cut down a little bit on meditation time, so that we can get more of the work projects done. Because they're just hanging chads at this point. And the plan is to stick a sun lamp in the middle, and then all around it plant hay that the chickens can have access to, and then around the edge put animal beds, like backstone animal beds around the edge for nests, so that's not just like one big blob that's going on here, because this is just a weird blob. This was a very temporary solution that became semi-temp permanent and not on purpose. It'd be funny if this asteroid was from the center of my hub station in X4 Foundations. Yeah, I mean, who knows what's in the middle of that asteroid, right? Maybe the asteroid in X4 is a weird generator of power, because there's, I mean, it's kind of like the Rick and Morty, like your flying car is powered by a small micro universe. But yeah, that there are like tribals living inside generating power off of chem fuel. Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense, but it is fun to think about. So much uranium. Aloft, put some solar sails on this asteroid. That sounds like fun. Goodness. Let's haul these eggs out. All of these eggs that we could have been cooking with. Sorry, Shona, you were crying. At least you're happy now. Please stop taking so many breaks. You're killing me. So this is the epicenter? Or, that's the wrong word, but this is the center of the perspective zone. And once it's mined out, we can start mapping. It's 5x9 with corners, so it's going to be... or 11 rather. The grow zone. Oops. Wow, I can't paint. This is just exhaustion. Nope, that's wrong too. Let me do it like this. No, not 7. Like that. That's a grow zone. Finally got it. So let's mine this out. It should not collapse on us. No, because that's greater than 11. That is 11. We'll leave... this and this unmined. And then we'll mine out a little spot for the hens to chill. What are you doing? You like... oh, yeah, meditation. Alright, you know what? You are exempt from meditation. Every time I look, it's like... work a second, leave, work a second, leave. And some of that is just an error of scheduling, so here's what we're gonna do. When everyone's meditating, you'll recreate, but you'll only recreate 2 hours a day, and the rest of the time you'll work. That way it's not back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. That should make a significant difference, I think. Did the grass die off? No, it was consumed for psychic power. As it was supposed to be. It was just not working for a while due to a lack of light. But that light problem's been solved, so it's not an issue. Dang, hit 16. Getting pretty good at this. I think I'm actually going to mine those out, and then, because we really haven't had any totemic columns, I'll put totemic columns in instead, because they would look cool. I can think of no better reason to put them in. But we're going to need at least one of the columns before I finish mining, because otherwise the sky will be falling. There we go. That keeps the center up, so no one gets crushed. This light really doesn't need it. Well, so here's the stress test. We have 2k extra watts even with this extra light on, even though this light isn't doing anything. So stress test 1 is good. And then how many animals do we have? We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chickens. So, once this spot is done, we'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in case like we get an extra chick, spots for space, and then the 8th spot can be for like harvested hay grass. And then we'll have wooden fence gate, keep them in, and we get to move them all into the ranch. We're space ranchers with an actual ranch soon. And then I'll probably want to install like regular lights because grower light only, you know, has a sleep period. Oh, I found steel. Wide auto mod. Hold that finger in was the phase that that I thought could be inappropriate. And you know what? I honestly don't disagree. I mean, in this context, obviously it isn't, but I could definitely foresee it being inappropriate sometimes. Do I get tired? Nah. I slept a good, like, 5 hours last night. I'm fine. Who needs to be tired when you have coffee? Sleep is for the childless? I'm not childless, though. Oh, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I have a child. So yeah, I don't have to sleep. I got children. I'm used to it. I'm a veteran of sleep deprivation. Not only do I have a toddler, I have a toddler that is a horrible sleeper. Horrible. Wakes up constantly. So my endurance level for sleep deprivation is like ultra marathon. Probably not healthy. I'm gonna go extra gray and extra dead at an early age, I'm sure. This isn't a flex. I'm not trying to say, oh, I can no, it's stupid. I would love to sleep more. I just can't. I've got a little ankle biter that doesn't sleep correctly. So, you know, it's just the way it is. And I don't think of him as a little ankle biter. That's not how I feel, but you know what I mean. They turn into teenagers and they'll become impossible to get out of bed? Possibly. I would not complain about that. Freaking yes, sleep as much as you want. I think it's really unhealthy to expect teenagers not to sleep. I hate that schools are like, you start at like the ass crack of dawn. It's like, don't do that. That's not healthy. That's terrible. Stop it. Let kids sleep in. They need sleep. Sleep's good. Sleep's great. You can certainly oversleep, don't get me wrong, but like most people don't oversleep. Most people undersleep. So, yeah, let the kids sleep, please. I'm all about that. All right, at this point, Ty, you should probably be constructing over crafting. So let's lower your craft a bit. And the last things to do here is to fill in the backfill of the wall here, and then gravel up the ground. But I'll gravel up the ground once the stone cutter's done. I like how this is a barn because I have animal beds, and it ruins the stone cut. Like, I should have built these last, but whatever, it's too late. The other thing I was going to do is maybe put a little shelf in there for the hay. But I'll fill it later. There was a study that you read that when school starts closer to 10, they learn better. Yeah, honestly, they do. The reason that that school starts when it starts is because parents have to go to work when they do. So school start hours accommodate the average 9-to-5 job. They don't accommodate like the mental health and wellness of children. And at some point you got to say, hey, what's more important, that the kids are okay or that I get to work on time? And like, I say this a lot, but nobody on their deathbed ever says to themselves, damn, I wish I worked an extra day. Like, no one has said that. I love my job, and I don't even say that. So, let's be real here. No one is like, I wish I worked more. So let's let kids sleep more. I do hope that the trend that has been growing, I mean, I think like AI and stuff like that is going to screw it up, but the trend of a 4-day work week, which is building up steam in some places, certainly not in all. I hope that continues, because I don't, you know, do we work to live or live to work? And if it's work to live, I think we can get away with less working hours. I mean, that was the cruel joke of like artificial intelligence. Once upon a time, when people were naive, it was like artificial intelligence is going to solve everything. You know, we're going to end up with fewer work hours and UBI, universal basic income, and it's like, no, we're not. We're gonna end up with as much exploitative garbage as we ever had. Because like, who's gonna own the robots? Like, let's be real here. It's not gonna be owned by you and me. It's gonna be owned by billionaires. So no, we're not gonna get UBI. We're gonna get exploited further. That just, yeah. I could rant about this all day long. I hate I hate the direction of society. It drives me crazy. Work fewer hours, and I'm on hour 14. But here's the thing: is like, this is a whole different rant. But like, just because I'm like 14 hours in doesn't mean I take all of tomorrow off, right? Like, my work-life balance is not weird. I just happen to work in spurts occasionally, and you know, to that point, there's a lot of jobs that like that is the norm. With that said, I don't think it should be. I don't think paramedics and doctors should work massively long shifts. I can't imagine you perform well when you are sleep deprived as a physician, or surgeon or whatever. But yeah, whatever. That's a different can of worms, and I don't know enough about medicine to chime in a meaningful way. Wait, you didn't like the fungus food? I didn't see the, like, little happiness nugget over your head. You did. I just didn't see the nugget. So we're almost done with the ranch. It's almost graveled. And then, there's only a few stone chunks left. And then we'll be able to move them in once some hay grass is put down. But here's the grow zone. Well, no, okay, not yet. I'll wait until everything's done. Oh, frickin', I think protocol has to be every time we have a, because I don't have a lot of batteries, and I could get more batteries, but every time we have an eclipse, I'm going to need to turn off lights. One of the issues from big picture, one of the issues living in space is that the negative events that you can be hit with are a really truncated list, right? Like I can't get, obviously I've never had blights. Blights don't happen in space. I can't get Manhunter packs, right? Like there's a very limited amount of negative things that can happen to me up here in space. And as a natural consequence of that, we're gonna see a lot more eclipses, for instance, and other things of that nature, because there's just fewer other events that can physically even occur. Which means, by extension, those annoyances are just a lot more common. And that's what's been happening, is we've just been getting hit with like eclipse. I mean, it happens very frequently. Just the way it is. So this hay grass is going to be sown, not cut. Chicken hay. And I don't know why. Well, I guess we don't stand on top of there, but I'll do straw matting here. Not that it really matters, but I'll try. So some finishing touches on the ranch. Paramedics where you are work 14-hour shifts? Yeah, I mean, that's long, but it's not horrible. I've certainly heard of, here in America, like people, like especially doctors working completely ridiculously inhumane levels of, oh, yep, okay. Inhumane amount of hours. And it's not that so much as like, when your work is life or death, I think is really dangerous to have to schedule the like doctors to work in like 24-hour shifts, or even anything beyond, I would say like 10 or 12, I don't know. To make that the norm seems really abnormal, I guess. There's one other little thing I wanted to do. Let's put let's finishing touch. Let's put the pen marker, because that needs to go in too. Storyteller's just trying to mess with me. Yep. And it's unfortunate because we got a decent amount of grass and some of it's going to die as a result of the lack of sun. But the thing is, most of the grass is fully grown. So it's only the grass that is really like most recently sown, which is at risk. And that was the problem, is before I realized this was a problem, all the grass we had was like at 15%, and then they would just die back. So we were constantly regrowing the same like 15%, which is why we never really made progress. All right, come on, Ty. Put the finishing touches in. Some totemic tiles. And the reason I did this is like I really don't have a lot of totemic anything in the colony. So adding in a little bit of style like that is the way to say like, yeah, this is my home. Here we go. Ooh, and maybe at the end of the stream we'll have a little party, because we're just about out of time. So I want to finish the ranch and then maybe put the sky party together, which is the drum party. And we have all drums. Got our full complement of drums. They're probably happy in there too. I mean, it's bright. And they all can have their beds. Do I have to sign order? I don't think I should have to assign owners, but I will. I do appreciate the completely irrational color-coded chickens. It's not like males are a different color than females. But they do look different. And I feel like they don't here. They all look like kind of roostery. I don't, whatever. I'm not an ornithologist or whatever. But I gotta say all the chickens kind of look like roosters to me. A bit. Oh no, that's not good for a party. It is warning me about animal filth, but I mean, who cares? And why haven't we sown this? Well, okay, I know why. JD is just like absolutely slapped full of... So here we go. Grow can be anyone. Plant cut should only be JD, but grow can be anyone. Anyone can throw hay in the ground. You be a chicken? My chickens are full. I got no more room for names for chickens, unfortunately. You can, maybe. So, let's say there's like, roughly 5 minutes left in stream. I have another dryad, and this dryad's been alive for 3 days. I haven't even noticed. So, there's a possibility of being dryad number 2. Number 2 Barky. So, good luck in that raffle. It has been... No. I was going to say it's been uncharacteristically peaceful, but looking at the chart, it's been a little bit more peaceful, but I think we're due for a raid any second now. You want my help. I got to keep you happy, and you are not tribal. 4 troopers plus someone... I'm not even going to decide. That ain't my problem right now. I just want to get sewing, finish sewing, probably put, I don't know, cotton, I don't know. Probably, yeah, like we still don't have double strand. Probably put, some attention, some love into the farms, sow some crop. Huh, it's still not calculating nutrition growth. This must be a space thing. This is probably a space biome thing. Yeah, certainly. Because, like, on Earth, it would calculate this correctly. So, I'm gonna say this is a space thing. There we go. We have a ranch, a barn. They've got straw down, they've got beds. They have a pretty good living condition. So one of the very last things we're going to do here is to have a little drum party. And the drum party, if I am not mistaken, let's have recess lighting so I can put a fire here. If I'm not mistaken, it requires oh, a sad baby. It requires us to have a active fire in here, which is fine because I've got a lot of wood. Yeah, okay. That's not actually being calculated. Oh, okay. You guys are good. Let's stop that. So it's a fire we light once a year to have a party. I'd like to kick it off right around the end of the stream, like the true end of the stream. So I'm going to do a little bit of smoothing out around the temple before we kick that party off to see if we can improve the impressiveness. I don't expect it to be unforgettable, but unforgettable would be pretty cool. Oh, this is the first, as far as I know, Exoticus trader. Cows. I'm not doing it. Bioferrite. I did mention it would be cool to have, but I'm not going to jump on that. floppy ears and kind, immune, grayless hair, or slate skin. Breathless. But it comes paired with slow study. Ouch. Breathless is new if you're wondering. Breathless is pretty baller because Breathless gives you, it requires an archive capsule, but it gives you complete vacuum resistance. And also lowers your minimum comfort so that you don't need a vac suit anymore. It's amazing. Truly. And it's complex, but not on your metabolism, which is incredible. I am very tempted to do that, and then the slow study sucks, but like you can sort of counter that with like neuro superchargers and learning implants, and like there's ways to sort of pseudo counter it. I mean, it makes me sad that it would be that we'd be dumb as a result. But the problem is we can't separate those two things out unless, you know, so it's just the way it is. Hey, Shadow, you actually won yourself a little Barky boy. Hope you don't... Oh god, you're about to disappear. Run, prune, quick! You're at 26%, I think, when I caught it. You know what I could do? I could just buy it. Hell of it. And I have 2 Arca capsules. Well, I can't afford both. So we could buy one in the Arca capsule and then have to sell some stuff. What do we sell? I have a lot of Nitramine. And some gold. And that covers the cost. Ooh, but I want a telescope. So I sell a little bit more gold. I would like more books, but yeah. So we'll have Deathless. Or Deathless. We'll have Breathless. And we could hypothetically implant it, because I did buy an Arca capsule. In order to actually implant Arca capsules, though, you need Arca genetics. But we'll have the capacity to do it, which is useful. The telescope's a little tricky to install, because, like, there's not a good spot to put it that isn't like a ha ha ha, you're dead when you use it without a suit. So we can put it here, I guess. And just like have it be here. You hypothetically could like sort of game it with vac doors or railer doors to set it up so that it's breathable, but it would be really challenging to do. So I'm not going to try to min-max it. It's just going to be one of those like, oh, you can only use it when you have a suit on type of deal. But it will give us another rec type, which is nice. So the only rec type we're missing now is televisions, which is researchable. Not a big deal. We haven't removed that roof yet. And the Breathless is now, but yeah, it's stored. Oh, no, it's not stored. Where'd it go? Why'd you put it there? Dumb. Bank it. Bank was open. Too bad there's no such thing as glass ceilings. Yeah, true. No observatories for us. Alright. I've got 0 minutes remaining, so let's fire up the Sky Party and celebrate all of the successes we've had so far. And I have managed to have an entire marathon without making a fatal enough error to warrant a save scum. Woo! And we're on Losing is Fun, which is pretty cool. That doesn't happen very often. I usually slip up and have to save scum. Obviously, being in space helps probably in my favor. And there we go. We've got a fun party. Fun little drum party, sitting around celebrating our wins. We've got 5 members, started with 3, And it's two families, really. It's well, I should do it like this. Well, no, that's correct. It's Quantum and Sunsu, Jadian and Tai, with baby Shona, chilling up in space with our barkskin dryads, our chicken farm, living the life at 200 kilometers up. So friends, this is where the miniseries is going to leave off. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Tribe of the Sky, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow tribe members.